It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This is DJ Reed returning. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second and 12, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now it's Wilson. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. 5 yards. Now it's third and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third and 5.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And they're not able to convert on fourth down.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2.
The tackle made by
another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After after the incompletion. Here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
And a Cowboy first down.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's
that time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
14. First down, Dallas.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
Ball carrier.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Flush to his right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Again to Elliott. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
He was taken down by
the gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Prescott from the gun, eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, it's Penny. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
8-yard line.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Penny, the first down carry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 20.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And all the way down to the 26. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, and it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
A handoff to Penny. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down and 4, Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes the score 7-0.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 31.
That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin with a run by Penny. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson, and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Penny on the toss right. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 14-yard line, 2nd and 11.
At the 14-yard line.
Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
For the point after.
Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's a give to Penny. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
The tackle made by James.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wilson. And he fires one incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's got Lockett. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
50-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the Cowboys' 47-yard line.
There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. The 20, and able to find Dorsett. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Penny. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. On 2nd down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
The kick is
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
1st down, Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Out of bounds across midfield.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That one complete, Elliott. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Ezekiel Elliott.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Intended for Michael Gallup. Incomplete. Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott yet again. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Complete to
CeeDee Lamb. In the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Let's go, come on!
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you cross country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Gonna take a shot for Gallup. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Well, now comes the Cowboys punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
37-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Greg Zuerlein lining up for the point.
So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now. Okay, so they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson to throw. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Rashad Penny. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it again with Penny. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 6. First down, Seattle.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot. He picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Intercepted.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The rookie CeeDee Lamb, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. 10th carry now for Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The Cowboy ball carrier.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Cowboy first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Ezekiel Elliott.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's a gain of 5. brings up 2nd and 5.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They think they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
7-yard line.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On third down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Cowboys 28.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Interception.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. The run by Elliott, a good one on first down as he's able to pick up about 6 there.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown.
Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Seahawks, 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Seahawks take over first and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Brings up the scoreboard, tells the story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
They'll take over first and
This is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a quarterback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Prescott from the gun on third. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On first down, Elliott. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Again, it's Penny. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
At the 38-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 24. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
For another Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
And he continues to pile up the yardage.